feel bad for Jennifer, but I will say she is a magnet for being scammed. She just had an entire documentary about getting scammed from some other guy, and I don't know, there's just something about Jennifer that she just doesn't have street smarts like that.
Hey everyone. Big news about Jennifer Williams' husband. It seems the court just caught him, and now he has to pay back all the money he's been taking dishonestly over the years. Because of that, Evelyn's story for the next 2 seasons just got a major update, thanks to what's happening behind the scenes. You remember how Christian Gold, Jennifer's husband, always boasted about being a multimillionaire and constantly spoiled her with expensive gifts and designer clothes? Well, it turns out it wasn't all from his own money. Reports now show that many of those luxury items, like Chanel bags and other high-end pieces, came from money he was getting unfairly from other people. This revelation changes the way we see everything. They were living a lifestyle that looked glamorous on the surface, but it was built on someone else's loss. Fans are definitely talking about it non-stop.
More and more people are coming out talking about he scammed them. This is so embarrassing. This is exactly what I mean when I say do not ever settle in life. I don't care how old you are. First of all, she looks amazing. She does not have to settle. No matter where you are in life, do not settle.
Hey everyone. Jennifer has been working hard to protect her reputation and defend her husband. But now the courts have ruled against Christian. He's officially guilty, and it looks like he doesn't have the money to cover what he owes. Jennifer is finally seeing the consequences of her choices. For the 3rd time, she seems to have picked the wrong partner, and now she's going to face the fallout. This situation is messy, and it's clear that things aren't as perfect as they appeared. Let's break down exactly what's going on and how this is all unfolding.
The thing about Jennifer, she continues to repeat the cycle. God continues to send you the same fucking person over and over again, and until you learn whatever that lesson is supposed to be, you know? And she wants to be married, and she wants to have a relationship so bad, no matter at what cost. She wanted to marry Tim, you know, and no matter what, I want to be a wife, you know, and she's willing to take just the title without really having in your life a great person.
Jennifer Williams really seems to keep choosing the wrong men. Her husband, Christian Gold, is showing he's not much different from the others she left behind. Last year, investors sued him for fraud, claiming his business was a scam. On the last season of Basketball Wives, Jennifer was constantly defending him.
So all the victims, the lady that's on disability with 30,000, you don't care about these people?
Christian doesn't even know who that woman is.
Oh, girl, I get it, that's your man or whatever, but sometimes a motherfucker will bring you down. He stole this woman's money. Should he be trading as a felon?
Yeah, he can.
Who told you this? And because I'm not making this up.
Okay.
You're too smart for this.
Even though Jennifer and Christian addressed these claims on TV, Christian never actually responded to the lawsuit or appeared in court, even though he was officially served. Shockingly, he didn't even hire a lawyer to represent him. Because he didn't defend himself, the court issued a default judgment. Initially, the claim was for $120,000, which the court granted as liquidated damages. But since the case fell under Georgia's RICO laws, the court tripled the amount, officially ordering Christian to pay $367,625. This is no longer speculation or rumors, this is a confirmed legal judgment. Christian now has to pay this amount. When news first came out that he and Jennifer were dating, and later engaged, Christian used that attention to present himself as a wealthy investor and trader, someone who knew how to work the system. Reality TV stars often get caught up in scandals, and he was no exception. Despite this, many people trusted him because of his public image. His charm, combined with the fame of being linked to Jennifer Williams, made people believe he was successful and credible. According to the victim, Christian's personal communication and the way he presented himself publicly convinced them to invest in his business, ultimately leading to significant financial losses. Jennifer, meanwhile, found herself defending him repeatedly on Basketball Wives, trying to manage the fallout while the truth about his fraudulent activities slowly came to light. Now, the reality of Christian's actions can't be ignored, and the court's ruling makes it clear that he is legally responsible for paying back the money he owes.
There is a lifetime membership fee, $1,500. He does all the trading. When I sent the fee, they told me to go to Cash App and buy Bitcoin. I don't know what Bitcoin is. And why did I pay you $1,500 if I have to buy it? So I called to ask questions. I never got another response. But I want my $1,500 back. We're watching you flaunt your cars, your beautiful diamond rings, this Rolex in front of us. And we were robbed.
Once the payments started coming in, Christian completely changed. When earlier investors asked for their money back, he tried to convince them to leave it. If they insisted, he would pay them using funds from new investors. This created the illusion that the investment was successful and made people trust him even more.
So in March, my husband and I looked at each other and we said, something don't sound right. Because if he's got all this money, and I'm going to tell you, our project accounts at this time, I think they were all running, and when we totaled it up in March, it was like $1.1 million equally between all of them. So we're like, there's no way he can't pull from this and give us Yes, and I do have receipts of all of this.
Even though Christian always claimed he was running a successful investment and trading business, the truth is there was nothing real going on. No accounts, no trades, no profits. He kept a big portion of the money for himself and gave some back to investors with empty promises, just to make it look like everything was working. Eventually, he completely stopped communicating with people, blocked their messages, and stopped sending payments, all while showing off his lavish lifestyle with his wife, Jennifer. Honestly, that's the definition of a Ponzi scheme. Christian only started paying attention after the courts issued a judgment against him. Even then, he tried the classic, "I didn't see it, I didn't hear it" excuse. He claimed he couldn't respond because of online harassment and threats, saying it caused mental distress and made him fear for his life. Funny, because he wasn't afraid when he and Jennifer openly discussed his actions on Basketball Wives. He even asked the court to cancel the judgment, stop the victims from collecting, and allow him to respond late. The judge gave him a chance, saying that if he paid the court fees within 10 days, the default judgment could be reopened so he could make his case. But guess what he did? Nothing. He didn't pay, didn't respond, and didn't show up. On January 12, 2026, the default judgment became final, which means the victims are now legally entitled to collect the money he owes. Meanwhile, Christian has gone completely silent, and no one knows where he is. Jennifer, on the other hand, has been trying to defend him publicly. She shared messages from people praising Christian's supposed investing skills and posted a cryptic message saying, "The weapon was formed, but it didn't prosper." But if the weapon is actually Christian, it clearly is working because he has no money of his own. At the end of the day, Jennifer is the one who will have to deal with the fallout. This situation makes Jennifer look bad, getting caught up in a fraud case just because of the man she married. Some are even saying that she might have known what was happening all along and went along with it, which could make her partially responsible. Christian has been nothing but a liability since they got together, and it's a heavy price to pay just to stay in that relationship. Jennifer keeps defending him, but fans are shaking their heads. She seems trapped in this mess, making choices that continue to hurt her reputation. It's a reminder that surrounding yourself with the wrong people can have serious consequences, no matter how glamorous things appear on the surface. So what do you think? Did Jennifer really have this coming? Sound off in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.